Hey everyone. So this video I actually wanted to make in a more personal manner, and I wanted to show you how I was able to convert my 1-star rating to an application to a 5-star rating. It was not easy. It took a lot of time, especially because of how the application was designed. And I think in this video, what I want to do is I want to show you what it actually took to rotate that 1-star to a 5-star. Of course, I was unable to rotate that exact 1-star to a 5-star, but I was able to get more 5 stars than that 1-star, which was nice. So a while back, actually, I created an application called this twodos app. So basically, what this application does is it offers anybody to create a task, just like 100 other applications. But the goal is that it shares it with one person only. So instead of creating a task where you create a group of people and then share it with everybody, in this application, you just share it with one person who's your partner. Can be your friend, can be your brother, or your colleague, whoever. But then only you and that person can access that list. You can create more lists with other people. You can create more lists with other people. You can also create more lists with this person and all that. But one list can only be shared with one person, and that's it. And initially, I created this application for myself, and I wanted to share it with my wife. So whenever she's adding the grocery list, what we used to do was we used to create grocery lists on WhatsApp. Then the list would change if I need to buy something, if I don't need to buy something, or if I send a message, half of the list is like 3 scrolls up and some of the items are like at the bottom. And that was like a very messed up situation. So what I did was I actually created an application called Todos. What it does is very simple interface, and you just create the list items like, okay, what do I need to do? And then both of you can add all the items and all the records there. It was supposed to be available cross-platform. I was only able to get it approved on Android, Windows, and then on Apple it was only supported for Mac OS. It was running for a while, I think for about a year, because I did not do any marketing. I did not even share it with friends or anybody. And about a year later, what I actually got was, there's a 1-star rating, and I think let me show it to you. So I got 1-star rating, and okay, so this is actually showing from like let's see, lifetime. Why not? I hope the analytics doesn't crash. So there we have it. There was like a 1-star rating from it. This is the 1-star one, right? Yeah, rating distribution. So this is 1-star, and where exactly is the 5-star? Yeah, there's the 5 stars. This is the 1-star, and these are all the. And if you see here, I did not really make any updates to the application. I simply stopped because the application was working for me. It was working for my wife. It was working for the people who were using it, like who I knew were using it. There were like about 200 users or 200 downloads only. And it wasn't until the point when I got this 1-star. When I got this 1-star rating, I actually thought that, since the application is in public, people use it. If they come to this page, they make the effort to download the application, create an account, then open it up, make list, and do that. They're actually investing their time into it, right? That's the resource that nobody gets back, right? If for example, if somebody was spending $1 on the application, they can easily earn that back. But if they spend 1 hour on the application, that is 1 hour that they're never going to get back. So I thought, okay, I need to make it better. And the problem was that the login flow somehow was not working, and to them the application was basically not working at all, right? So then I started fixing it. I started finding the bugs, and sort of like see what's going on, what's the problem. And as you can also see, like I have been updating the application quite frequently. The application is live on Android, application is live on Windows. It's also being updated on Mac as well. Sorry, no support for iOS at the moment. It's more of a fight with the App Store to get the application published there. So that's why I'm focusing mostly on Android now. I also have the Android platform, so I'm using it, and that's fine. And now I have about 1,000 downloads. That's not the proudest thing. The proudest thing is, just recently I saw that I got 2 5-star ratings, and one of them was like, one of these ratings was more like a feedback, like, hey, can you add a function, edit task, which is like more like, hey, that's a nice thing that this person is trying to use and see, and they're like, okay, how can this be adjusted? So I think that's what I picked up, and I think it took me about 20-ish days. Yeah, June 1st, today is June 22nd, so this was yesterday. So I published this application. I told them, okay, the application is live, the feature is ready. We really appreciate the feedback. And yeah, honestly, I think I'm very happy with this 3.6, but I think what I'm more happy is with this 5-star, and even more that I can see that there are live people who are, who are using the application. And I can already, like, if you see here, you can already see like the chart has started to go up again, and it's like, yeah, it was going down quite a lot. Let me see if I can this year. Let's see if I can show some of these metrics. Yeah, and if you can see, like, it was going and then it started to go down because of course there were some bugs, and instead of me seeing what's really going on or what's breaking, it lost. And then once I fixed those bugs, I sort of like invested some time into it, the usage went up again. And I think this is more like, I think June is the first month where I actually shipped a lot of patches. I fixed a lot of bugs, added a lot of features to the application as well. Features that were planned, but they were not shipped. Like, for example, this edit feature, it was planned, but I never shipped it because to me, that was not important to me. So based on, for example, if you look at the flow, so if you just swipe on the task itself, it's deleted, and then you can add a new one, which is fine. But to the person, it was more important because, I don't know, for me, it's just like one word. Maybe the person is adding like 5-word or 10-word tasks. So for them, it's like, okay, I need to sort of like write it again. And it's more like simple user experience things. And yeah, I'm actually very happy this time that more and more people are sort of, using the application. Lastly, we have another user. Okay. That said, if you are not using the application, I would very much appreciate if you can also sort of like just download it. I know it's a very big ask to say, hey, download the application, because like I mentioned already, you would be investing your time in the application. I would appreciate if you can share any feedback. I would appreciate if I can get some more users on the application, because now I'm sort of like actually thinking this is not something that only I would find useful, but others are also finding it useful as well. Because the biggest concern that I had was, there's Google Keep, there is OneNote, there is WhatsApp, there are other ways of sort of like creating lists and sharing those. There are of course other note specific applications as well, AnyNote, OneNote, etc. Why would anybody want to use my application? But I think seeing like how many are there, like 178 active users for a month, I can see like, okay, there is somebody who's actually using it, and the graph sort of like also shows the same scenario. I would really appreciate if you can sort of like also give it a try. For this video, this was it. I would also like to share one more story, but I'll do another round of that video because the platform is not mature enough. If you had been with the channel, you would know that I had been reviewing the shared hosting platforms because I faced a lot of issues with the shared hosting platforms lately for past few months. And the biggest problem was that most of the times WordPress or other unsafe scripts would cause a shared hosting platform to be hijacked, to have viruses in it, to have malwares in it. And then based on that, what would happen is the shared hosting platform would either perform very badly, you would get locked out of it, and often it was not a good experience overall, right? And the dedicated hosting platforms are either too cheap, too expensive, or you like virtual private servers or dedicated servers, you get a virtual machine and that's it. There is nothing on top of it. It's bare metal, like not the bare metal as in like the bare metal servers that are available, more like it's just like a terminal that you need to manage yourself. So I had been cooking something up which sort of like addresses that gap, that pain for all the customers, and I will be sharing that in a very limited capacity, in a very invite only limited capacity for everybody. So if you would like to hear more about that, please subscribe. I'll share that video within this week or so for others to see as well, like what I'm building, to collect your feedback. And then the goal is to sort of like see how others can also use that platform. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you came this far, I really appreciate that already, and I would appreciate if you can also sort of like give this application a go. The link to this application is at twodos.app, or I will also sort of like link it in the description below as well. Thank you very much.